Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Manu Issue ACCA classes. So in this video we will be doing the question of the use of double entry and accounting system, and this is from the Kaplan Kit of financial accounting paper, so called F3. So if you are watching my video for the first time, do not forget to subscribe my channel and share it among your friends so that they could also have the benefit. Alright, so question number 59. Which of the following statement best describe the purpose of purchase order? So I mean to say, you might be knowing what the purchase order is, right? So let's evaluate each of the option one by one, and then we will figure out which one is correct and which one is incorrect, and reason along with the reason why. All right. So basically, purchase order is a document created by buyer and sent to supplier, indicating the type of quantity and the agreed price for the product or services. It acts as a formal request for the supply of goods and outline the terms of transaction. Alright, so it is basically document created by buyer to send to supplier. Okay, so now let's evaluate our option one by one. It is issued to supplier to request supply of goods from them on terms specified within the order. Exactly, it is created by the buyer to issued to supplier, it is sent to supplier. And why? To request supply of goods from them. So first one, exactly what defines the purpose of the purchase order. Let's come to the option B. However, option A seems to be correct. Let's evaluate other option as well. It is issued to customer to confirm the supply of goods to them on terms specified in the order. So option B, this describes an invoice, or we can say the sales order confirmation, not the purchase order, right? Basically, purchase order is issued by buyer, not by supplier. Why? To request the goods and services, right? Okay. So B is incorrect. Option C. It is issued to supplier as a notification of the payment. And however, it describes the payment notification or remittance advice, right? Not the purchase order. Okay, so this one is also incorrect. Last, it confirms the price that will be charged by a supplier for goods supplied. Basically, it's like a quotation. It's more described to quotation, and the purpose of quotation or performa invoice, not the purchase order. That's why it's incorrect. All right. So let's move to the next question. Following statement best describes the purpose of good dispatch note, so-called delivery notes, right? Okay, so basically good dispatch note or the delivery note is a document provided by supplier when goods are delivered to customer. Okay, and it details the quantity and description of the goods that have been sent, helping the customer to confirm the delivery match their order. All right, so that's the purpose of good dispatch note. Okay, basically it details the quantity and description of the goods that had been sent, helping the customer confirm the to match their delivery as per the order. Okay, and this is provided by supplier. All right, so let's evaluate the option. First one, it is issued by customer returning the faulty goods to their supplier, and basically this is describing the return notes or good return note, not the delivery note, right? So delivery note are issued when goods are delivered, not when they are returned. So that's why A is incorrect. Option B, it is issued by the customer to their supplier and specify the quantity and type of goods they require to be dispatched. Basically, this is the purchase order that the customer issued to supplier to specify the quantity and the types of good they require, right? And delivery, while the delivery note is provided by supplier when the goods are delivered. Okay, so that's why B is also incorrect. C. It is issued by supplier to their customer and specify the quantity and types of good delivered to that customer. Exactly what the this is what exactly defines the good dispatch note, right? Okay, now D. It is issued by supplier to their customer and specify what goods will be provided to them at a specified future date. So basically this is defining the quotation or order confirmation, not a delivery note. And as I said, delivery note refers to the goods that has already been dispatched and are being delivered, not on the future deliveries. That's why option C best describe the purpose of good dispatch note, right? Okay, option C is correct. Let's move to the next part. Okay, 61 number. An invoice is best defined by which of the following statement? Right. So option A. Invoice is raised by a business and confirm only the amount due to paid for the goods and service provided. So this seems to be partially correct, but not the fully, because it does not capture the full purpose of invoices. Invoice not only confirm the amount due but also request payment for the goods or services provided, right? So that's why it's incorrect. B. Invoice is raised. Okay, invoice is raised by the business and issued to supplier as a recognition of the goods and service received from that supplier. And this basically describes a good receipt note. Okay, not the invoice. Invoice is sent to customer, not to supplier. Okay, invoice is here the in statement it is saying invoice is raised by business and issued to supplier, right? So basically, in case of invoice is sent to customer, not to supplier. So this is also seems to be incorrect. Okay, C option. Invoice is raised by the business and issued to customer to confirm the amount not yet paid. Okay, and while this is somehow true but not completely, an invoice does confirm the amount not yet paid, but its main purpose is to request payment for the goods or services provided, right? So moving to the next, which is only remaining, and this might be correct one. An invoice is raised by a business and issued to customer to request payment for the goods and services provided. So basically, if we talk about the invoice, it's a document that is sent by seller to buyer, where the invoice describe or detail the goods or services provided and the amount due and the payment terms. Okay, its main purpose is to request payment from the customer for the goods or services supplied, and that was best defined by the option D. One thing you should remember, somehow other option was also correct but not fully, and you can see in the question they said best defined, right? So that's why you need to evaluate each option carefully before arriving to the conclusion. Okay, so let's move to our next question. What is the purpose of credit note, right? So first option is saying it acknowledges a purchase on credit, and this is basically described by the sales order or purchase order, not the credit note. Basically, we it doesn't matter whether it's purchased on the credit or the cash, right? But it is not related to the credit notes. Okay, credit note is not issued used to acknowledge credit purchase but to adjust or cancel the amount owed by the customer or to the customer. Sorry, I said I think opposite. cancel the amount owed by customer. And okay, so B is, it is reference from agency detailing the credit worthiness of new customer. Not basically it will this is describing the your credit report or credit reference, not the credit note again. Okay. And the credit note is related to the transaction between seller and buyer, not an external credit rating. Okay, so this is also not the purpose. And C, it is issued when deposit is paid on goods. Okay, and again this is incorrect. Credit note is not related to deposit. It is issued when there is need to reduce or cancel the outstanding invoice, right? Coming to D, it is issued to cancel all or part of the sales invoice. In exactly what the purpose of the credit note is. Basically, credit note is a document issued by seller to customer to reduce or cancel the amount that the customer owes on previously issued invoice. Okay, and basically it is used when customer want to return the goods, or some error has been made in the original invoice, or service has not been provided as agreed. In that case, this credit note is issued, right? So these best define the purpose of credit note. Okay, so which of the following is not internal document for purchases? So if we evaluate the option A says supplier list. Basically, when we are about to purchase, when company is about to purchase, they will figure out the supplier available and they will list it out, right? So it's internal, right? And option B is delivery note, and we study above. It means good delivery note, right? Somewhere we have been saying, yeah, good dispatch note basically. And this is sent when this is sent by supplier to customer, right? It is sent with the goods to the customer, right? And by who will be sending this document? By supplier, right? So it's an external document, not the internal, right? So that's why B is correct one. Okay, C, good received note. So once the good has been received, the document that we prepared, okay, what the good good has been received, and so it again internal document, right? D, purchase order. Basically it is sent. Purchase order is basically document when customer want to purchase something, they send this document to supplier that they want these goods, and they will list it out, their description, quality on those document. So again, it's the internal document related to purchase, except the B. All right. Okay, 64. What is the purpose of remittance advice? Right. So basically, remittance advice is when it is basically when invoice is being paid, then in that case the remittance advice is issued. So now let's evaluate the option. First, to indicate item now paid, obviously whatever the item that has been buy by customer, if they paid those paid the amount shown on the invoices, and in that case I think remittance advice is being issued. And B is to identify good received. No, this is not related to the remittance advice. And this described the good received note, not the remittance advice. Remittance advice is related to the payment, not the goods, right? So option C, to advise remittance received. This is also incorrect, because remittance advice is issued by supplier, by buyer, to indicate that payment being sent, not to confirm the receipt of remittance, right? And last one is the forward notification of the good dispatch, and this describes the delivery note or good dispatch note, not the remittance advice. Remittance advice is all about the payment, not the delivery of goods. So option A seems to be correct, right? And it's a remittance advice is basically document sent by a buyer to supplier to inform that payment has been made for the specific invoices. Okay, so it helps the supplier to match the payment to the correct invoices and keep their record updated. All right. Okay, so next, what is the purpose of purchase invoices? How many questions are left? Oh, it's very long. Okay, so we are also having a calculation part in this. Okay, it's very long. All right. So let me check how many questions I have did. Then accordingly, I will stop the video. Okay, 65 up to here we are. All right. Okay, so what is the purpose of purchase invoice? So first one is to claim back the sales tax. So basically purchase invoice details the sales tax, that's VAT, and sales tax paid, I mean to say, which the buyer can claim back if they are registered for the VAT, and it's also the one of the purpose. All right, so next is to identify the goods bought, and obviously in the purchase invoice it will list out the goods or services acquired, helping the buyer to identify what good has been purchased, right? So it also seems to be correct somehow. Third, to record how much is owed to supplier, and obviously in the purchase invoice it shows the total amount that will be that buyer need to pay the supplier for the goods and services that they haven't bought from them. So it's somehow it's also covered the purchase of purpose of the purchase invoice. And the last one, to record how much is owed from the customer, and this is incorrect because purchase invoice is issued by supplier to the buyer and it record the amount the buyer owes to supplier, not what is owed from the customer. Right. So except for rest of the three are correct. Okay. Let's move to the next. In the purchasing procedure, which document will usually follow the good receive note? So let's evaluate the option. But the question is, in the purchasing procedure, which document will usually follow the good received note? All right. So basically, the first option is delivery note, right? So when delivery notes, basically what's start the it start with the quotation, right? When the supplier supplier will send the quotation, right? And in that case we will select the supplier which is having the cheapest price, or we will look for the other factor as well. And after choosing the supplier we will send the purchase order, and after the purchase order they will send the good and along with delivery note, and then we will prepare the good receipt note. So if what the good we have actually received, we will prepare the note accordingly. So basically this is issued when goods are dispatched delivery note, and it usually precedes the good received note, not follows it. All right. Okay, option B. So invoices. So in purchasing procedure, after good received note, the good received note means which confirms that good has been received. The next document is typically invoice. Suppliers send the invoice to request the payment for the goods that are delivered and confirmed by the good received note. Okay, so means after good received note, the next document follows is invoices. Alright, so option B is correct. Now see statement. So statement basically it's a summary of transaction over a period that shows all invoices, payment and any outstanding balance. And it usually follow the invoices and is not immediately related to the good received note. Okay. Okay, then D, advice note. An advice note inform customer that goods are being dispatched. Okay, so it precedes the good receiving notes, it does not follow it. That's why it's incorrect. All right. Okay, so in this video we will do up to here. In coming up video we will be continuing Form 67. So I hope you have been enjoy this video. If you like it, please subscribe, share it, to your friend. In case you haven't missed out my previous video, you can still access it from the playlist available on my YouTube channel at the free of cost. And don't forget to share and subscribe my channel. So thank you so much. Have a good day.